Hello everyone, and welcome to another video from me, that Tassie Wargamer. This video is going to be reasonably short. I'm going to show off I'm going to be showing you some of my miniatures I've recently painted and some issues that I'm having with Tester's clear coat. I think I've found not a solution, I think I found the reason I'm getting it wrong. I was going to give you a heads up. If you use this stuff a lot, what I have to say, you may go, well, yeah, duh, of course. I guess this can be heads up for people who may not have realised the subtle difference between the dull clear coat and the gloss clear coat, which doesn't say here. Anyway, I'll get to it first. First of all, I've been doing some painting. I've got my Roman horses here. Now, these look pretty terrible, but I'm going to show you anyway. The reason being is because I use army painted dip, and it looks really glossy, and I never show them off after they've been dipped but before they've been sprayed, because they look a bit like this. They don't look terribly good. You lose a lot of detail because that gloss, the gloss just takes away a lot of the detail. They just don't look very nice. These look as if they've come straight out of the army painted dip. I'll just quickly run through a few. I was happy with the painting up until now. The shields I've hand painted myself, nothing brilliant, but I just didn't want to wait too long to get the transfers. So I thought the painting was all right. I know when I first used army painted dip, I went, oh my god, what have I done? You know, the dip looks terrible. But the important thing is to then get that the dull coat or that dull lacquer over the top to really bring it out, and it does make a big difference. So I would recommend, if you are using a gloss varnish, to harden off the miniatures, and it really does protect them, to make sure you get that that dull coat on later. And these don't look good. I'm not proud of them at the moment. I've also done my Numidians. I'm showing you them now, and I'll get to the bottom of getting back to my Tester's dull coat, or my Tester's clear coat in a minute. I especially enjoy painting the Numidian shields. I guess there's no real historical evidence for exactly how they're going to look, so a bit of free will. I guess really they wouldn't have been using any sort of templates. They probably would have been hand painting them, so that's what I've gone for. Like I say, I'm not happy with the way they look at the moment. They look as if they've just come out of the dull coat. Just come out of the gloss varnish. And also at the same time, even though I painted these earlier, they're just waiting until I crack the tin of gloss varnish. I think I've shown you these ones before. I've been testing out various colours. These were almost my test unit. Various colours for my Perry's Confederates, to see which colours I thought might look alright. And I think they've all gone right, so I will be using all of the colours. The Confederates, remember, have a little bit more of a blend. But again, really glossy at the moment. To show you how glossy the dull coat gives, I'll bring up one of those Romans again. Sorry, not dull coat, to show how glossy the army painted dip is. Here's a half, well, he's obviously finished. I've finished painting him. The next will be going into the varnish, well, getting the varnish brushed on for this fella, who really does make him pop. And he'll then look like this. So when you originally paint, it looks quite dull. When we go to the dip, and these are a little bit dirty, but they do look awful after the dip, pre-dull coat. So you can see the difference. But my problem is, these have come out of the dip, and they've also been sprayed with what I thought was Tester's dull coat. So on my previous miniatures, I've been reasonably happy. I've been using other dull coats from, I think, Dulux I'm using at the moment, and it looks all right. And some of them give a really good finish. But when I went up to my local gaming shop recently, I found Tester's clear coat. Looks identical to what I've been using in the past. They hadn't been in stock for ages, so when I saw them, I grabbed them. I bought 2 of these. They're $12 Australian each, so very expensive compared to what I can buy in a lot bigger cans. I could buy a bigger can for about $7. It's going to last a lot longer. Anyway, so I bought this. The lid was clear. So I bought it. That's all they had there. Came home, sprayed these miniatures here. And often they will be a little bit glossy when it goes on. However, they looked a bit extraordinarily glossy. 2 days later, they were still glossy. So I thought, oh, maybe I haven't shaken the can up. I know the day wasn't humid. I don't spray anything over 60% humidity. So I sprayed again, and it gave me the same result. Actually, a lot, probably even a little bit glossier than what it was with the varnish. So I looked online under the tester's site. I type in dull coat, and it brings up an image not in of this can. Straight below it, they've got another one called Tester's Clear Coat. From what I can tell from looking at it, and I've looked on here and I could be wrong, but I couldn't find anything on the actual labels that indicate that this is varnish or gloss. I'm looking under the backs now, no. So whether on their site, these two, they've got 2 cans that look identical. They both have clear coat. One of them is indicated that it is a clear coat. The other one is indicated it is dull coat. The only thing I can see different in the image is the plastic lid. One of them is clear and one of them is semi-translucent, obviously indicating that that was the dull coat. So the dull coat one had a semi-translucent, and the clear coat, the one that they marked as clear coat, even though the cans both said clear coat, it all came down to the colour of the lid, and that is the only thing I can find different. So a little bit annoying because A, I've just gone and sprayed all my miniatures, B, I've spent a fair bit of money for this, which is now giving me something I don't need. I could easily have gone and bought my Dulux from a local shop. So when you're buying clear coat, if you're buying it off the tester site, hopefully you'll be able to see straight away. However, if you're buying it from your local store and you think finally they've got it in store, check the colour of the lid. If it's clear, you're getting a gloss. Well, this is what the only thing I can surmise. If it's a clear lid, you're getting a gloss. If it's the semi-transparent lid, it's probably dull coat. Nowhere on here, nothing on here changes. It simply says spray lacquer, so it comes down to the colour. Now, I had read somewhere that testers were phasing out dull coat because apparently one of the constituents in it is possibly carcinogenic, and I think it was going to be banned in other countries. So I don't know whether that's why they're calling it all clear coat, to try to get under the maybe under some of the regulations. I don't know. But yeah, so if you are after dull coat, go for the one with a semi-translucent lid, but please always wear eye protection and a respirator when you're using any type of sprays. I have used dull coat in the past. I've used other sprays, but I found whenever I had used dull coat, I was really getting some pretty sore lungs and really was coughing up, and it didn't feel good. So especially with the dull coat, but basically any sprays now, wear a good respirator. And that's not just a P2 mask, wear one that's got the proper filters. Anyway, that's it from me. So you saw the minis. I'm not happy with them, so when I do give them a proper dull coat, and I'm probably just going to use Dulux, or I can't remember which one it is now, but I'll put it back on properly. I'll show you them, and hopefully they'll look a little bit better. They may be a little bit thick, unfortunately, because they'll have had 3 top coats, but it means when they get thrown off the table, which they normally do, or dropped off the table, they're probably going to survive a bit better. Well, that's it for now. I haven't really got many things on the cards. I might just do another quick video soon, just showing what's arrived from Warlord Games and why you're unlikely to see any more arrivals from Warlord Games for me. Thanks for watching. See you soon.